If you've ever found yourself bottling up emotions inside of you, be it emotions of anger, of frustration, emotions of sadness, then this is the video for you. Because what if I tell you that the answer to it all lies in that pen that you carry, that pen that always sits idly in your bag? Walk with me, all right? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is MTT Diaries. This is the second episode of Second Chances, and in today's episode we'll be looking at healing through journaling. Now, I started journaling ever since I was in primary school. I think I was like 10 years old, and it was not until recently, like a year ago, did I realize that the full potential that journaling holds to healing, right? And that is what I will be sharing with you in this video. So, what are the benefits of journaling? If you see me looking this way, it's because I have my notes on my laptop, and my other notebook, the pink one that I use in most of my videos, it's filled up. So now I have to use my laptop. So we'll start with the, hold on. Okay, so why journaling heals? It helps you process your emotions instead of bottling them up. It brings clarity when life gets rather confusing. When you write it down and like you've literally just stated what the problem is on paper, so then you can pinpoint what it is, and then you see how to go from there. Those some of the techniques that I'll be sharing with you will need you to not go back and look at it. The third reason why journaling is healing, or therapeutic rather, is you get to share it without judgment, without receiving judgment from other people. Now, I know that I'm not the only person who's ever opened up to the wrong person, and immediately after you finish sharing your pains and your trauma, you immediately regret it, because you not only do you feel judged, then they most probably go share it with everyone else, and then you not only have to deal with um, what you're going through inside, but also the knowledge of the fact that your wounds have basically, your vulnerabilities have basically been given to all the wrong people. So now you're healing, like you have to deal with two things at the same time. And the last reason why, or rather last but not least, is it shows growth. When you go back to your journals and you realize, like, I've grown so much, like it's like a point of reference. My daughter is just so happy. I don't know if you can hear her. Okay, so now types of journaling. We have one, stream of consciousness. This is what we'll be focusing on the most. Not that the others are not important, but stream of consciousness, like when you feel like you have these bottled up emotions, what you need to do is take a pen and a paper, write it all down, unedited, just raw feelings, just write it all down on paper. And for some reason, it just has this, like, it, I think clarity just has a way of making you feel lighter. So there is this technique, I've mentioned it before in my other videos, but it's called morning pages. Morning pages is the first thing when you wake up. Basically, you need to do it before anything else. But if you're a Christian like me, you gotta pray first, because we all know Jesus Jesus is the answer to everything. But basically, when you wake up, before undertaking any other task, take your pen and your journal and write 3 pages of what's filling up your mind. And what this does with it allows you to go on with your daily tasks without harboring these feelings and these all these thoughts inside of you. And trust me, it does work. And you're not it's not that you're supposed to do it only when you're feeling frustrated or when something is bothering you. Sorry, if I keep looking up, it's my sister is walking around with my daughter, so I just keep on looking up. Okay, so it you're supposed to do it even on days that you feel like it's just supposed to be a habit to incorporate in your day. But if you're not of that stream of consciousness, then the second method of journaling, which is prompt journaling, you use guided questions like, what am I feeling right now? Or what am I holding on to that I need to let go of? Now, the ruler method, which is also something that I've mentioned in my previous videos, the ruler method is basically you recognize what you're feeling, you understand what like you recognize that you're feeling some type of way, you understand, and then you label the emotion. Is it anger? Is it frustration? Is it pain? And then you, what does the, I always forget what the E stands for. And then the R stands for, I'll just write it down. The R stands for you regulate what you're feeling. And yeah, that also works. You just find a way to regulate it. And this helps you not to take out your frustrations on the wrong people, which reminds me, I'll be doing a video on that topic. So the third one, which is one that I'm very fond of, it's gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling is just, it's it's even in, like, Solomon also talks about it, okay? Like, you need to be grateful. The more you're grateful for the things that you already have, you attract things to be grateful for. But if you keep on complaining and focusing on what's wrong with life and focusing on, like, I'm not saying be in denial of your problems. What I'm saying is just focus on the good things. Focus on, like, just write down what you're grateful for. This is also good for the morning. If you like, you can do 3 pages of that, incorporate it in your morning pages, or yeah, just make sure it's a part of your day. Gratitude journaling. And the last but not least is letters you don't send. Now, I will be starting this myself. I haven't done it before, but as I was doing the research for this video, it came up and I was like, this sounds like a great idea. So the concept is you write a letter that you don't send, either to someone who you maybe needed closure from, but you don't speak to them anymore, or to yourself. And it helps you release emotions that's been bottled up inside you. I feel like I've said that sentence so many times, but like, it's understandable. It's what the video is about. Okay, so now, tips to start journaling. There is never a right time to start, but there's maybe a conducive environment to start. Like, you can try quiet places and one specific place that your mind knows that, okay, this, like, when you sit there, the mind already clicks, like, it's time to journal. For me, I just do it in my bed. I do almost everything in my bed apart from work, because I have to leave the house and go to work. But basically, choose a quiet place free from distraction. The second one is be consistent. Be very consistent. Like, it's an everyday thing. You're supposed to clear that conscience of yours every day. You're supposed to realize, like, You know what I'm saying. I don't want to yap. And then don't worry about the handwriting and grammar. It's let it be unedited. Let it be exactly what you're feeling on page. Hi, mama. Just put it there, okay? And then be honest and raw. Like, no one is going to, it's not an essay, it's not something that you're going to give to your teacher to check. It's for you. So for you to make sure that you're really healing, you have to be raw. Put everything on paper and find a safe place for that journal. If you're staying in a place where my mom has read my journal a couple of many times, sometimes too many times, and I hope she stopped doing it. But if you're reading in if you stay in a place where you're scared that someone might come and invade your privacy and read your diary, then maybe you can uh, just download the diary locks app, which is what I used in primary school. But I preferred using a normal journal, but that is something to explore if you're kind of insecure with what if I leave it at home, somebody gets a hold of it and reads it. So yeah, basically that's it for today's video. Let me see if I okay, all right. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember that your healing matters, and if you're ready to journal, make sure you grab a notebook. You can buy yourself a cute I always buy myself cute journals to write on, because I'm not going to write on those F4s we used to write on primary. Something to encourage you. If you're downloading the app, just download a cute little app, and then just to motivate you, of course. And then, yeah, just remember that your healing matters, and journaling is a great way to heal. And that's it for today's video. See you on episode 3. Bye.